If you can hear me first on, say hello, picture and sound check. Sorry I'm a bit late. The old YouTube playing up as per. I'm just going to log on to my phone, won't be a second, so I can see everybody's comments. Good evening, welcome to Cole's Place. My name's Colin, great to have you along. Thank you for tuning in, it's Tuesday live. Sound and pick is good. Thank you, Saf. First in, nice one. Yeah, sorry I'm a bit late, everybody. Yeah, welcome to Cole's Place. My name's Colin. Tuesday 8 o'clock, we go live. Hiya Tracy, how you doing? Thanks for joining in. Yeah, Tuesday night chat. If you're watching on catch up, a big welcome. My name's Colin, based in Bournemouth, in the UK. We have a bit of a get together every Tuesday night. I'm just going to log in to my phone. JBM, evening Jay, how are you? Hope you're well, mate. Let us know where you are. You're on your travels, aren't you? Right, just go into this. Bear with me, everybody, while I There we go, I can see the comments now. Sound piece good. Gary, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. Nice to have you on. Thank you for tuning in. Julie, nice shirt. Thank you, Julie. Gone red for you all tonight. Check it out. Nice cotton one. Lovely shirt again. Stop shaking the cam. Sorry, Jay. It's hitting the table. Hang on. There we go. Should be all right now. I've moved the table back. JBM's in Cleethorpes. You're on a bit of a tour round, aren't you, mate? You're away for a couple of weeks, I believe. Maria Ayres, evening. How you doing, Maria? Nice to have you on. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Bryony, hi, Bryony. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Patrick Moran, hello, Cole, Saf, and everyone. Saf tonight is with us. She's in her bedroom. I think she's on call to a friend, so she'll be in and out. Jay's away for 12 days. Martin, how you doing, Martin? And Rich is on. Nice one. How are you, Rich? Hope you're well. TU. First things, do you know what? I'm normally organised. I normally have a bit of paper, right, saying what I want to talk to you all about and stuff and all that. But tonight, I've not even managed to do that either. I'm just going to turn my camera around a little bit. I've had a massively busy week and I've not had time to do a thing. I haven't even written down what, so I'm just going off the top of my head tonight. So anything you lot want to say or chat about, bring in. First things first, I need a drink. Tonight's drink of choice. I'll be honest with you, I didn't realise this was actually a full-on beer, right? I thought it was like a shandy or like one of them weird drinks, but it's not. Get this, it's called Lime Lager from the Tailgate Brewery. 5% alcohol by volume, so it's up there with your Carlins and your Fosters, I believe. And it's from the Tailgate Brewery in Nashville, Tennessee. Check it out. So there we go. Right, who's on? Catch up with your comments and I'll open that. Jay, Colin, cut your finger. They had to break your finger to fix it. Wow. That sounds minga, mate. I saw your picture of it in your plaster. Evening all. Nikki's on. Hi, Nikki. How you doing? Nikki B. Hope you're well. What's to come on your channel for the rest of the year? I'll tell you that because I don't know the rest of the year. Sounds like sounds like a Darren John drink off the charts. What have I had for dinner tonight? I'll tell you in a minute. Let me open this first. Actually, I've had a bit of a day, right? Oh my God. Wait till you hear this. I've got no hot water till tomorrow. Oh, I've poured that rubbish on. I couldn't believe he used to work in a pub. It's like a cloudy beer. I had it in the fridge. It's got a government warning on it. Brewed and canned by Tailgate Beer, Nashville, Tennessee in the USA. And there's a little thing where you can go and visit the brewery. Smells lovely. I'm not ignoring you all. This is my priority at the moment. I need this. Right, how many we got? 21 on. Ooh, nice. Okay, what's going on in Bournemouth? Evening, Stuart. How are you doing? Right, so yeah, first of all, what was the first question? What have I had for tea tonight? What have I had for dinner? I haven't had a lot tonight, to be honest with you, because it's all been a bit up in the air. I've just actually had, right, 2 homemade burgers with cheese and mushroom on and some salad. So 2 burgers. Saf's not really eating great at the minute. We had a lovely roast dinner last night. Tonight she just had some mozzarella sticks and some mashed potato and whatever else. She had like a really beigey yellow coloured dinner tonight. It was minging, but that's Saf. So yeah, I had 2 homemade burgers with cheese and mushroom and salad on, and burger sauce in a brioche, both in brioche buns. So I'm feeling a bit, you know what I mean? Last night we had a full-on roast dinner. Saturday eating a full-on roast, Monday roast. So I was working Sunday, so I didn't get a chance to do a Sunday roast. Vinny's on. I like Vinny. Top shirt. Yeah, I like this one. Can't remember where I got this one. I don't think this is anything special history about this one. I think this one's just like a Tesco special or something like that. Might be next. I'll have a look in the label later. But yeah, it's nice and comfy. I'll give you the close-up. Palm trees, hibiscus flowers, some clouds. Can't be bad, can it? For a Tuesday. Rich is watching Breaking Bad. Lynn Rowland's on. Evening, Lynn. How are you doing? Kev Stamps was in the area this weekend. Stayed at Celebrity Hotel. Oh yeah, over on East Cliff, Kevin. Yeah, I know Celebrity Hotel. I've done a few gigs in there. East Cliff. What's the name of the road? Grove Road, I think it is, or Manor Road. Not far from me. Literally, I'm on the opposite side of the pier from where the Grove Hotel is. Lynn says that shirt is boss. Thank you very much, Lynn. Right, anyway, let me taste this beer, then I'll tell you why I've got no hot water. Cheers, everybody. It's like, I don't think it's actually cloudy. Oh, yes, it is. It's like a cloudy beer. Can you see it? And it's called Lime Lager. Check it out. I'm only having the one because I'm going out in a bit, driving after the live, so I can only have the one. I only bought the one anyway, thinking I actually thought it was like a lime drink. And I realised when I got to the till, the thing flashed up for age, because obviously I don't look 18, and they had to come over and push the thing in the till. Oh, it's quite nice actually. It's quite dry, but you can taste the lime in it. Anyway, cheers everybody. Right, I've got to keep all these coins because they are flying in. 18 on. That shirt is boss. Celebrity Hotel. Oh, right, okay. Jay stayed at Celebrity. Oh, the banner. I'll tell you about that in a bit, Jay. Let me just catch up. Homemade steak pie, mash and peas. Oh, nice one, Tracy. Working on a presentation, health and safety in the background. That's right, Nikki. No problem. Chip in when you feel like. Dinner I made was nice. Right, okay. So, yeah, big news today. I'll get my tragedy out of the way first of all, because it ain't funny. Well, it is funny and it ain't. Got gas central heating and a gas boiler, right? So central heating and hot water is run off gas, right? And today was the 28th is the annual gas safety inspection where they come round and make sure it's not going to blow up and all that malarkey. And the boiler is situated ahead of me there, but on the other side of the wall in Saf's bedroom. And there's a flue that goes out the top of the boiler, across the ceiling in like a box, and then the outlet things on the outside wall. Anyway, long story short, the fella came out today, right, did his inspection. I've also got a gas hob on top of the worktop. Yeah, did his inspection, and he fails the boiler because the flue isn't connected to the wall properly. It's held by straps and it should be fixed to the wall. And he's also saying the flue isn't long enough. Now, the whole flue in the boiler is about 20 years old, so it's probably past its sell-by anyway. But it's had loads of gas inspections, year in, year out, as a full service history of gas inspections. And this is the first time this has been picked up. So basically, he's turned my boiler off. So I've got no hot water. I'm not bothered about heating because it's nice and warm. And I've got little LED halogen heaters anyway if we get cold. But I've got no hot water till tomorrow. Somebody's coming out tomorrow to hopefully get it back up and running. So yeah, not happy about that. Can't be doing no hot water. got to boil a kettle to wash dishes and stuff. And like, imagine, I've got a dishwasher, but I don't like using it. Anyway, shirt is boss. So that's me tragedy out the way, everybody. No hot water. First world problems. I'll do a cope. Age check, Stevie Wonder. No need for that, Vinny. Tenerife. Evening, Sarah. Sarah Childs. Are you over in Tenerife, Sarah? I believe so. Did I read right? Apply for service redo. Yeah, possibly. Evening, Donna. How you doing, Donna? Nice to have you back on. Welcome, Tuesday night. Yeah, it is ridiculous. Given that, I mean, I've got a record here from when I moved in of the past 5 years gas safety inspections, and nothing has changed. But this fella today was proper thorough. He practically took the gas hob apart. He didn't just look at it, he took it apart. Yeah, he's really thorough. I suppose it's only right. Rules are rules, but, you know. But it's only one night, I'll cope. I'll go and stand out in the rain if I need a shower. Bless you. Yeah, you're right, Brian. Do need oil, especially Saf, because sometimes if Saf's feeling a bit achy and a bit, you know, a bit stiff, she'll run herself a nice warm bath of an evening before she goes to bed. So can't do that tonight. But she says she's okay, so could be worse. Inspections change every year. Updates. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Vinny. Maybe what they were looking for this year has to be different to what they were looking for previous years. I'm not a gas engineer. I don't have that knowledge, but you could be right. It probably is right, to be fair. Sarah Charles, we'll be very excited going with my husband next week. Oh, nice. How long are you going for, Sarah? Week? Evening, Prash. Prash is on. How are you doing, Prash? We're fine, thank you. I'm fine. Absolutely chipper. Mad busy weekend, Prash as usual. I've been watching a couple of videos. I've got to watch you one about Rill, Prash, because that's where I used to go when I was a kiddie for sort of weekends away with my mum and dad and days out, and I didn't realise how bad it had gone. Yeah, Saf's fine. Update on Saf. She's been okay. She's had a blood test, round of blood tests last Thursday, I think it was. She did physio Wednesday, blood tests Thursday. We're just waiting to hear the outcome of that. Fingers crossed, hopefully nothing too mental. And then she's got physio, I think it's next week or the week after. So, other than that, she's back in school, got her head down, trying to get into a bit of a routine, working hard. She's doing right, thank you. So, everybody, thank you for all, as always, I say it every week. I get loads of messages. I can't answer them all, there's that many, asking how Saf is, and really is appreciated. So, keep them coming, because I do pass them on to her, and she loves you all for it. Proper. Rich is saying hi to Prash. Yeah, I'm fine, thank you, Donna. Yeah, all well, thank you so much, Donna. Evening, Patrick Moran's on. When Mum hears your voice, she says, please tell him I want him to make good curry. I want to make it. Can't wait to have one of your mum's curries, Prash. I will happily have one of your mum's curries, and it'll be a pleasure. Evening, Trisha. Trisha's on. You keep missing me. Sorry, Trisha. Seeing you now. Do apologise. What it is on this phone, the comments go and then they go like that. They don't go like that. They go you know what I mean? And they come up on this phone, the camera phone, but I can't even see myself. Never mind the little words. JBM got to run. Okay, I'll message you, Jay, later. I'm going out after the live. I'll message you when I get back, mate. I'll drop you a message on Messenger about your banner. No problem. Who else? Where we got? See the flying in now. London Street, evening. How are you? I'm fine, thank you. All good. Alan's Homemade Vlogs. Evening, Alan. How are you doing? Hope you're well, mate. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, blood test come back. We should hear. They said if they don't find anything, we won't hear it, I think is how they sort of phrased it. But if there's anything that we need to go back about, they're going to tell us. She said either this week or next week, so it's a bit of a wait, but you know, that's how it is. Curry and chips, yeah. She says, stop waiting. Prash's mum, stop wasting money going to dull restaurants. I'll make sure he's fed properly. Bless your mum, Prash. Tell her I was asking. Rich, Prash is a legend in his own right. You're right. Prash, if you don't know who Rich is with the little smiley face icon thing, he used to have a channel. Go back, I don't think you were here last week, Prash, when I uncovered who Rich is. He used to have a channel, only one channel, but several copies have risen after it when this one got took down. Rich was the brains behind a channel called Tenerife Uncovered, which took clips of various Tenerife-based vloggers and sort of made little funny clips out of them. And he did it for quite some time, got to about 1,000 subscribers, and then YouTube pulled the plug on his channel. But then subsequently after that, other Tenerife Uncovers came along, which weren't nothing to do with Rich, and it went a bit sour. But he was the man behind the first one. I met him a few weeks ago at the end of August. Great guy. So, and I think he's featured you on a couple of them, Prash. I'm not sure. Don't know if you ever saw them. Anyway, Josie the Pussycat is on. Hiya, Josie. How are you? Got your message off Tony. Hope you're well. Carl 0000, evening Carl from Julie Sophie. Hi mate, nice to have you back on, Carl. Thanks for tuning in. Alan, actually home from work at a decent time, so I'm usual. Hey, no problem, mate. Alan, I know the feeling. I tell you, I was hoping, if you go back to sort of July, August time, I kept saying, oh, my work's going to go quiet soon, blah, blah, blah. I'll have more time. Of an evenings, I'm still just as busy with the DJ work, mate. I know exactly how you are. In fact, I could take on at the minute probably twice what I'm doing now. You know, inquiries are coming in thick and fast. Fridays and Saturdays, I've got people offering me bookings and all sorts, and you can only do one at a time. So yeah, I know how you feel, mate. I've got more time during the day. Purely because Saf's back at school, or she is most days when she's not in hospitals and physios. So that's why, you know, I've managed to do a couple more daytime vlogs, but I know you feel, Hans, don't worry about it. No apology needed. Good to have you on when you can. Bear with me one sec. Back in the room, there we go. Right. Well, I've lost my place now. That's very kind of you to say, Rich. Yeah. So where you going, Josie? Hope you're okay. Tracy, booked for Tenerife in March, Park Santiago 4, beautiful apartments. Oh, nice one, Tracy. I'm looking at March. What dates in March are you going? Vinny, will I make a fact walk? It's not looking likely, Vinny. Certainly not October. I am chock-a-block in October, right up to and including the last week. The last week in October is Saf's half term, so we're hoping to get away to Disney Paris. And then as soon as I come back, straight into it. But I can't promise at this stage, but I'm trying to keep something up my sleeve for November. However, all failing, definitely 100% December I'm going to be over in the sunshine. Definitely 100% in December. Dates to be confirmed. But yeah, 100%. But yeah, if I can, I won't mind going over to do one of the fat walks with Webby. If not, I'll find some other way of helping him out, I'm pretty sure. Prash, recall one of those channels that mocked me at one point, actually. Yeah, Prash, it would have been Rich's. Rich was the first one. I don't know if he had you in it or not, to be fair. The ones after it that got a little bit silly weren't down to Rich, and I've seen proof on his phone. You know, it was the only first one. Alan, sorry to my subscribers, not been able to vlog recently. Alan, honestly, there's no apology needed. I'm sure everyone backs me up on that. You can't do it every day. You know, like as I say it, and I'm sure some of the viewers will back me up on this. Like if we look at Lee, Macmaster, Kevin, Andrew, Nightstrider, you know, they are doing it. I know Andrew's got his businesses, but they are doing it full time, and they're, luckily or good for them, they're at the point where they don't have to do anything else in the day, and their families are understanding, and their commitments are such that they can go out and do a vlog every day. a lot of people just can't. You've just got to do what you can when you can, and build your channel up slowly but surely. And I think it's appreciated. So no apology needed, mate. Not for me as a viewer of yours, anyway. Right, where are we going? Omed Mum, even Sarah, how are you? Sam, sorry, how are you? Hope you're well. Omed Mum's in the house. If anybody is capable and willing of putting channel links up, I don't mind. Not a problem. Julie Wade, hiya Julie. Just got back from work. Love the shirt. Thank you, Julie. Close up. Palm trees, hibiscus on a red background. Nice. Trisha's going in March as well. You're going for a couple of weeks, aren't you, Trisha? We did chat. Stuart Donnelly, I'm booked for March 24. Not that I'm counting. Never wanted Christmas. Mate, listen. I'm booked for March, right? I'm also nearly booked for December, right? I'm counting. When you're going in March, Stuart, apologies if you've already said, I'm looking at middle of March for St. Patrick's. Probably looking at something like the 11th to the 18th or 11th to 20th, something like that. I don't know yet. 7th of March for a fortnight. Nice one. 7th to the 21st. Yeah, meet you at some point, Trace. I'll be over there then. Going December. Yeah, Josie and Pussycats. Josie and Tony going for the first week or two in December. Alan, 28th of December, 12 days. Oh, you'll be there for New Year, mate. Nice one. I think I said the other week, I've been for St. Patrick's, I've been for Christmas, I've been practically every month. I've been in Tenerife at some point. The only thing I've not been there for is New Year. I'd love to do a New Year. One of these years I will. Sarah, anyone been to Aqualand or Jungle Park? I've never been to either, mate. I've been to Monkey Park. I've done a vlog on Monkey Park, but I've not been to any of them two. Hope we can meet up. Trisha, even knew about Park Santiago 4. Do they have scooter parking? Park Santiago 4. Somebody else will help you there, Prash. Park Santiago 4, I believe, is on the corner. If you go to the end of the Golden Mile, right to the very end, the Las Americas end, I believe it's the big round building on the corner with the Posh Bloke's clothes shop underneath it. Sure, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Park Santiago 4. It's got Pull and Bear shop underneath it, like a little kiddies play area outside. And it's opposite the Villa, is it Villa Cortez? The big sort of Mexican looking hotel on the opposite corner. I think that's Park Santiago 4. There. Okay, meet up. If Kevin's on, hope Anne is feeling better. I think Kevin's away, Alan. Still, not sure. I've got to get in touch. You just reminded me, Alan, thank you so much. I've got to get in touch with Kevin's because he gave me some massive support on the Firewalk I did last week. Right, just catching up with the comments. Sorry for missing any comments, anyone. First time at New Year for 25 years. Whoa. Did they have fireworks? I heard they had fireworks in Los Cruz Harbour. I agree, Rich. Can't understand why people think Andrew is better or nicer than Colin. Everybody's entitled to an opinion, Patrick. Andrew, I'm assuming you mean Knight Strider. I say this all the time when people refer to Andrew. I've only ever met him a couple of times, very briefly. I did get mistaken for him once on a live on St. Patrick's Day in Las Americas. It was my first ever live, and I knackered it up because instead of having your phone portrait horizontal like that, I had my phone portrait, but I didn't know at the time, and I was going down the street portrait. And if you watch that live, I think it's still on my channel. There's a guy who comes out the alleyway who's had a few drinks and he mistakes me for Andrew. Won't tell you what he said. Tina's on. Tina Williamson. Tina Williamson, everybody, is Saf's mum. One with a little wave. All right, Tina, how you doing? Saf was in the chat earlier. I think she's gone back on call to her mates. 35 in. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Usual Tuesday night chat. I've not got a lot of news for you tonight. I've told you about Saf's blood test and all that and everything else. I'll tell you what vlogs I've got coming up in a minute, because I've got some coming up, and I just want to chat about one I've done this week as well. That's about it. Not very exciting this week, am I? I do apologise. Tracy, there is a video on your channel of Park Santiago 4. It's at the end of the Golden Mile. Is it the one I'm thinking of, Tracy, with Pull and Bear underneath it? You asked me to walk into it on me live, I think. I did a live and I walked into it in June, I think it was. I'm sure that's the one. Which one is near Bad Bob's? That is Park Santiago 1, I think, Prash. Opposite the Tandoori Curry House, Tandoori Hut, whatever it's called. That is Park Santiago 1. And that's one of the places I'm looking at for December, actually. Ian at home, what's it like beside you? What are you talking about, Ian? I forgot the cows. Not sure what you're about, Ian. What's it like beside you? Elaborate. Great fireworks at Arona Grant. I've got a wee vlog of last year's. Spring Hotel sponsored the fireworks over here. Oh, nice one. I'll have a look, mate. Yeah. Never been. Hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Alan. Yeah, hit the thumbs up, everyone. Yeah, that is what I thought it was. Yeah. Roger, just back from Tenerife today. Oh, nice one, Roger. Hope you are, mate. Did you have a good time? Tell us all about it. What did you get up to? Who did you see? Nice to have you back, mate. Hope you had a good one. Everyone at the minute has either just got back from Tenerife or is just going to Tenerife or is over there. I am jealous as. Jealous as. Bruno, all right, Cole. All right, Bruno. Just got in. Daniel's son got married yesterday. Oh, congratulations, mate. On Lake Windermere. Nice. 2 long, great nights. Chilling out, watching. Oh, nice one, mate. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope the weather was good. Lakes are a bit iffy with the weather, but nonetheless, hope you had a good time, whatever. Congratulations to your son. That's all right, isn't it? Oh, the weather, Ian. Yesterday was absolutely glorious. I've got a vlog coming up this week. Should be on tomorrow, hopefully. When Saf went to school yesterday, I went out for the day and I did a bit of a vlog not so far away from me, and you'll see the weather was absolutely stunning yesterday. It was about 23 degrees. Really sunny. Beautiful weather yesterday. Today, this morning was showery, then it went bright, and then it went a bit dull again earlier. But it's been about, it's been about 17, 18 degrees today, so not too bad for the time of year. I believe we're having a storm, aren't we, this week? I saw it on Sky News Weather. There's a storm heading, and I think it's going to hit sort of the west side of Britain on tomorrow night, stroke Thursday. So, everyone's saying hello to Ian. Ian's in. Roger, it was well busy. Tenerife busy. Woo. Prash uploading a video. I'm behind on 15. You can only do what you can, Prash. I'm behind on about 3 at the minute. And YouTube is processing them really slowly. I put a video up yesterday. If no one's seen it yet, go and have a look at it. It's about a bloke called Tiny who's going around Britain on his bike. For raising funds and awareness of PTSD. Great guy, great video. It goes on for about, I think it's 25 minutes, because I sort of had a chat with him as well. And I put it on last night, and YouTube started processing it. You upload it, and then YouTube goes through like a processing process. And when it checks it and all this, copyright and that, I suppose. And it started at about 8 o'clock processing, and it didn't finish processing it. It didn't actually go live till gone 10 o'clock. It took 2 hours, over 2 hours to process this video. It was nuts. It only normally take sometimes 10-15 minutes max. So yeah, YouTube's being a bit slow. But just do what you can, Prash. Honestly, mate, do what you can. Tracy, what am I doing for Halloween? Ooh, good question. I haven't thought that far ahead. What are you doing? What day of the week is it on? It's Saturday 21st, Saturday the 28th. I'll tell you what I'm doing. The week before it, Sunday the 22nd, as it stands at the minute, although again, still not booked it yet, but we are going to this week. Myself, Saf, and I think one of Saf's friends, we're going to try and have a few days over at Disney Paris. That'll take us to midweek. We're going to be back midweek. Then I've got work. Then on the Saturday night, I've got a gig. Sunday 29th, Monday for Tuesday 31st. Oh my God, it'll be a Tuesday. Might have to do a Tuesday live out and about for Halloween. Let me know what you think. Or otherwise, I'll just sit here with witches hat up. Patrick, just want to say, Colin, really enjoyed the tiny video. Superb gentleman who deserves more applause, that I can say so. Cheers. Absolutely, yeah, definitely, Patrick. If you've not seen the video yet, if you've got a spare 20 odd minutes, I'm not pushing my own videos, but this one's worth pushing. It's about a guy called Tiny. I put the video on yesterday. His real name's Alan. Basically, in short, he started off almost 2 years ago on a bike, towing a trailer, doing like a bike ride around the coastline of the UK. He started from Plymouth, and if you can picture it, he goes from Plymouth to Land's End, Cornwall, Wales, northwest of England, Scotland, top of Scotland, then down the other side. And now he's coming back along the south coast to Plymouth. He's got about another 4 or 5 weeks. He left Bournemouth last week. And I actually met him by accident when Saf and I were in Brighton a few weeks back. On the way back home, we stopped off in a little seaside resort called Worthing for a drink. And he was literally asleep in a shelter on the beach. And I saw his bike, on the back of his bike, he's got his big trailer with all his clothes and sleeping bags and what have you in it. And it was on the back of the bike. If you look at the vlog, you'll see it. It's got Tiny's bike ride for PTSD and all this. So I found his Facebook channel and I contacted him and I said, if you come to Bournemouth, can I come and have a chat with you and put your mission, your adventure on my YouTube channel, tell us all about it. And he said, yeah, no problem. Anyway, last week, he arrived in Bournemouth, I think, on the Tuesday, one day last week, and I went down. It was pouring down rain. It was a horrible day. I went down to meet him, and we had a pint and a chat, and he told us all about it. And the vlog is now up on my channel, so if you've not seen it, go and have a look. He tells us all about why he's doing it, how long he's been on the road. He tells us a little bit about himself, which isn't for the faint-hearted, I warn you now, because he's quite open about his past. And then he tells you what he's got planned for the future. And I won't tell you too much, go and watch the vlog. He's an absolutely cracking bloke. My only regret is, on the interview, what doesn't come across is actually how funny he is. It reminded me when I did the interview with Daniel Crackmaster, when I did Ask Me Anything with Crackmaster Dan in Tenerife. We all know how funny Dan is. He's a natural comedian. But on that Ask Me Anything I did with Dan, because of how Dan chose to talk about his past, how funny Dan is didn't come across in that interview, if that makes sense. And I think the same was with Tiny. Off camera, we were chatting before and after the interview, and the guy's absolutely hilarious. His sense of humour is mental, and even since then, yeah, his sense of humour is obviously what carries him through. But yeah, cracking guy. So go and watch the video. And what I'm going to do over the next day or two, I'm going to do a follow-up. Because he left Bournemouth finally on Saturday, I think it was. He was meant to leave on Thursday, but something happened before he left Bournemouth, and I won't tell you what, because I'm going to do a video on it. I've got all the stuff together, I've just got to put it together. Something happened that really shouldn't have happened, but he got it sorted, and he got on his way in the end. So I'm going to do a follow-up and just let you know how all that goes as well. So yeah, go watch Tiny. So I'm waffling on now. I've missed a load of your comments. Martin, out to Los Chris on the 17th, mate. Nice one. Not long to go now. That's what, about 3 weeks away, 4 weeks away. Weather will still be good, Martin, if you've not been in October. Tracy, thunder and lightning there last night. Whereabouts are you, Tracy? Sarah's off. Cheers, Sarah. Thanks for tuning in. Have a lovely time. If we don't speak to you before you go, don't forget us. Vinny, funny how all bad storms have women's names. I'll tell you why that is, Vinny. It's because they're unpredictable. They leave a trail of havoc in their wake, and you never know when one's going to come. Prash, I live with PTSD. Yes, Prash. Go and watch the vlog, Prash, and if you want me to, I'll put you in touch with Tiny. He'll happily talk to you, mate, and you know, you can connect with each other. Alan, Guy Tiny is an inspiration. Handled interview, great compassion. Thank you, mate. Yeah, there were times you probably clocked it in the interview, Alan. I had no words to say to him. You know, I let him just go for it because I've not been in the positions and situations he's been in, and touch wood, you know, there for the grace of God. But yeah, I just went with him, to be honest with you. Fascinating guy. I'll be honest with you. Some of the things he told me about, and he appreciated it, weren't for YouTube. But having said that, what you saw in that interview, it was unedited. If there's little breaks in there, it's purely because I was adjusting the camera. That whole conversation was how the conversation went. There's no editing at all in the conversation, so he's honest. Rich, daughter doesn't even like Halloween. Yeah, some kids don't, do they? Some kids don't. The only bit I liked of it when I was a kid was trick-or-treating, because you went out and got money. Work and no play. Yep, absolutely, Tracy. Right, let me catch up in his comments. Prash, I'm tempted to stay at a castle hotel that's known to be haunted. You're brave, mate. What, on Halloween? Wow. A Halloween Tuesday live would be great. Yeah, Trisha, I might do it, because I'll tell you what we've got in Bournemouth. Down in town, we've got a pub. It's a Wetherspoons, and it's called the Mary Shelley, who is Shelley was the author of Frankenstein. And the reason it's called that is because over the road there's a church called St. Peter's Church, and in the churchyard, Mary Shelley and Percy Shelley are both buried, and you know, the author of Frankenstein. So it's got that connection, and it's quite, at night time, it's quite a dark and sort of creepy place anyway, with it being, even though it's right in the centre of town, it's all dark and creepy. So I might summon up the courage and go and do a live from down there, signal permitting, because it's Bournemouth. Then again, it might be cold and it might not. Ian at home late joining tonight. Are you out in Tenerife November, December? Yes, Ian. I'm looking at round about first week or so in December, mate, for my 25th birthday. My 25th birthday is on the 9th, so I'm going to try and get out just before and stay there till just after. So cheeky week before Christmas. Good night, Josie. Thanks for joining in. Hope you're well, Josie. Keep well. Keep in touch. Let me know what you're up to. Thanks for tuning in. And to Tony. Nikki, night call needs press one presentation. Yeah, don't let me distract you, Nikki, from working. Thanks for joining in, Nikki. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Tracy's in the West Midlands. You have thunder and lightning there. Wow. Julie's off. Thank you for tuning in, Julie. Yep, just a quickie tonight. Honestly, don't worry about if you've got better things to do, people. Honestly, it is Tuesday. If you're coming in chat, if you don't, if you've got things to do, not a problem. Prash needs to get going as well. Editing a video, need to upload a college, but always a pleasure, Prash. Hope you're well, mate. Love to your mum. And yeah, we will have that curry soon. And if you're coming down this way, Prash, give me a shout and let me know. Always welcome. And if you want me, Prash, before you do go, if you want me to put you in touch with Tiny, he's an expert on the subject, believe me. He'll happily speak to you, okay? Happily speak to you. And I'm sure you can share stuff with him as well. And he'll be all ears, mate, I promise you. Evening, JJ. Hope you're well. How are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Still on my thing, it says 33, and that's not bad, is it, for a Tuesday? I think I've caught up with everyone. Birthday, I'm sure somewhere I read there's loads of people in Tenerife this week. David and Anne Elton are over there, I believe, probably larging up somewhere. And I think Ali Bennett's over there as well. I'm sure I read, someone correct me if I'm wrong, Ali Bennett's there, and it's a birthday. I'm sure I read it's a birthday, so I put that up just in case. Ali, if you're watching on Catch Up, you're probably not, because you'll be larging up in Tenerife with Anne and David, but happy birthday to Ali Bennett. Everyone say hello to JJ. Stuart, what's my favourite thing about Tenerife? It isn't Britain. That's my favourite thing. Favourite thing about Tenerife, mate, is the warm water, the warm sea water. I know that's sort of weather related, and everybody says the weather, which is a massive, massive thing over there if you don't like cold weather. But for me, yeah, it's warm water and the nightlife. Love the nightlife. Love going out on a night round Las Americas and Los Cristianos. Absolutely fantastic. Love the nightlife. So yeah, warm water and the nightlife, two combined. It's like Bournemouth on steroids. Ian, we'll be in touch near the time. You're going to be there from 17th November. Oh, nice one, mate. Nice one. I was talking to Saf's mum. I'm not sure if Tina's still around. She might have gone now. I was talking to Saf's mum briefly the other week. I'm looking at around about 4th of December for a week. Maybe a little, I don't think a mum can stay longer than a week. So I'm looking at around about a week from about 4th of December-ish. Give or take. I'm a blokey and I've not booked anything yet. Patrick, just want to say you're natural at doing interviews for missions. Thank you, Patrick. That's really nice of you to say. Missing a trick in that side of media. Yeah. I think I enjoy doing interviews, like the Ask Me Anythings, because I like hearing what people have got to say, and I like hearing the only interviews I like doing are ones where people are going to tell me stuff they wouldn't normally say, because you can be a bit nosy, and I think that makes it more interesting for the viewers and listeners or whatever. So for example, Patrick, if I was to sit down with you, I wouldn't ask you where you're from and what have you had for tea. I'd ask you, stuff that you wouldn't normally tell people. So that makes an interview interesting, doesn't it? Keeps people listening. But yeah, thank you for that, Patrick. It's really nice. I'll try and do more. I've got a couple lined up. I'll tell you who's agreed to do one. There's a mate of mine down here who's got a Tenerife connection. He's agreed to do one, but we work similar hours, so it's pinning him down to get time to do it. Lee McMaster, he probably doesn't remember because it was a while back, but he's in Spain, I think, still at the moment. He's agreed to do one, and that'll be coming up fairly soon because we're sort of hatching plans to get together. So McMaster's going to do an Ask Me Anything, and who else was there? I've got somebody else, can't I? Oh yeah, there's a guy in Tenerife who some of you might or might not know, Paul Fitz. He's a long-time entertainer in Tenerife, very well known in Tenerife entertainment circles. He's like up there in the entertainment hierarchy, and he's got some stories to tell. He's actually a musician in the Dublin bar and the up above Gaelic Corner. So he's an interesting guy. He's going to do one as well. So that's 3 I've got lined up. It's just people are busy. You can't always pin people down, but I'll happily do it with anyone if it makes interesting viewing. The figures are good on them, so people obviously like looking at the interviews, Carl, after 15 years of PTSD and special education needs, I consider myself to know a bit too. I bet you do, Prash. Yeah, in fact, I like some full story. Just talking about interviews, Prash. Anytime, mate. Anytime. Get in touch, and yeah, we'll take it wherever way you want, mate. Not a problem. Vinny, I love the warmth of a night time with its own smell. Are you talking about Tenerife, Vinny? I know exactly where you're coming from, Vinny. In Tenerife, it's at best, it's like 25, 26 at night, and you walk around and it has got its own, and I don't mean when you're walking around Veronica's nightclubs, I mean when you're walking down the beach or, around Los Cristianos, there's 1,000,001 sensations, isn't there? You walk around Los Cristianos and you smell the restaurants and stuff like that. You go down to the beach, you smell the sea. Weirdly enough, I've always said it happens to a degree here in Bournemouth. In the summer, Bournemouth has got a lot of pine trees right through the town centre. Bryony, if you're still on, Bryony used to live in Bournemouth, she'll back me up on this. there's loads of pine trees. We're very close. We're on the edge of the New Forest, which is all pine or mostly pine. And on a hot day in the summer, when it cools down over night time, you can actually smell the pine in the air. So Tenerife's similar. It's got its own sort of distinctive atmosphere and smell of an evening, and that is massive. You can smell it. I thought it was me going mad. Donna's just back. Her food's arrived. What are you having, Donna? Let us know. Tricia Slater, tree surgeon. Yes, we were going to do one, but Tricia, I'm not sure, Tricia. I don't think I think his health may have suffered a little bit during the summer, because he was planning to come down this way in his he's got this massive caravan that he was showing me, and we were going to meet up. I'll get in touch with him anyway, you know, just out of care and concern more than anything, because we are communicating, but I don't think he went away in the summer, but we were planning on doing one, because I don't think anybody knows what he looks like. Tenerife Rich, yeah, you did, Rich. Yeah, you said you do one as well. Tenerife Uncovered. Who wants an Ask Me Anything with Tenerife Uncovered? Bruno, tell the back to stop giving 10. You can't give it 10 out of every meal. I haven't seen many of his food reviews for ages. He never used to. I remember him slating a few, or he'd give them like 8 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. If he enjoys the meal and he can't fault it, I suppose he has to. I don't know. I know once when I did one with him once. I did a Sunday lunch review with him over in Tenerife. I can't remember the bloody name of the place now. Down in Costa Adeje, Maguire's, and he just said, be honest about it. But I'll be honest with you, the Sunday lunch was absolutely banging. It was faultless. It was huge, and the food was spot on, and everybody around, even those who were at our table, were enjoying theirs. And I think I give it a 9, and I felt mean doing that, because it was absolutely the best food I've had over there for ages. Right, see you, Prash. Thanks for coming in, mate. Take care, Prash, and keep in touch. Donna, are you having a Donna? Trisha, yeah, find out how he's after his op. Yeah, I did say the thing is, because he wasn't well, Trisha, I didn't want to just sort of message him saying you okay, because I didn't want to appear sort of nosy in that way. But yeah, I'll drop him a message, and I'll try and get him to come in on the chat maybe if he's feeling well enough on a Tuesday night, and let him know everyone is. But yeah, I'm sure as soon as he's well enough and back on the road, because he actually suggested it. Do you want to do it? Do you want to interview me? So yeah, he'd be well up for it. Evening, Ray. Ray Duffy's in. How are you, Ray? Hope the missus is okay. Hope you're well. Thanks for tuning in, Ray. We're on for about another, what, 15-20 minutes, mate. Hope you're well. Patrick, interview with Gypsy Souls. Yeah, nice one, yeah. Can't remember their names now. Gypsy Souls. Oh, what are they called? What are their first names? Mark and he's Mark. I can never remember her name. Lovely lady though. Cracking channel, Gypsy Souls. Yeah, they'd be interesting, because they lead a sort of unconventional lifestyle, don't they? They work in the summer at the holiday camp in Wales, and then over winter they scoot off, don't they? So that would be an interesting interview. I'm sure I could dig more out of them than what they tell us. Lovely people though. Dave from Travel On World, yeah, cracking vlogger Dave. I'd love to do an interview with Dave. I'd actually just like to meet him full stop, because to me he comes across as like Kevin and Mapmaster, knows a lot about what he's doing. So he's one of them people that, you know, somebody like myself could probably learn a lot from. Alan, 5:30 in the morning, mate. Okay, get some sleep, Alan, mate. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Do what you can on the videos, mate. Honestly, the best bit of advice somebody ever gave me, I think it was Rick or Tim, was just do what you can. Don't be a slave to it, right? Life comes first, and it does. So just do what you can, mate. They'll be enjoyed no matter what. I read a comment and I meant to answer it. Tracy, the smell. Brian is still here. Yeah, Brian, I was just saying that Bournemouth's full of pine trees and it smells nice in the summer. In the summer, Bournemouth, the town centre smells of pine trees. You go down a beach, it smells of sun cream. Tracy, like call everyone take care. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Tracy. Keep in touch, and hope you're well and all that. And yeah, look forward to Tenerife. Defo. Donna, Colin, have I ever met anyone famous? Ooh, yeah, quite a few people. Who's ever? Actually, when you say met, I've seen loads of famous people, like in concerts and stuff, but actually met anyone to speak to. I've met somebody recently and I can't think who it was. Can't think who it was now. But in the past I've met, depends on what you call famous, well-known, famous. I've never met any massive celebrities. You know, I've never met like a Michael Jackson or a Prince Charles or anything, but I've met some musicians, groups through the job. Met some sports people. Yeah, met quite a few. Can't try to think who it was I've met in the last year or so, but I can't think who it was now. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I met Tenerife Uncovered. There you go. That was who it was recently. That's who I was trying to think of. I've met Tenerife Uncovered. I was the first person to see him in the flesh. After months and months of people accusing each other of being Tenerife Uncovered, I know what he actually looks like. Bryony, you're making me miss the smell. Stop it. Very tall trees, if I remember correctly. Yeah, massive tall pine trees everywhere and palm trees. But Bournemouth looks lovely in the summer. It looks nice in the winter on a sunny day. But in the summer, we've got palm trees, and it's very similar in appearance to Los Cristianos in some places. Not as warm though. Vinny, you've met and spoke to the King, 1999 Cheshire Regiment Parade. Oh, nice one, Vinny. 1999, you're in the Cheshire Regiment, Vinny. Where were you based? Because we used to have the Cheshires based just outside of Chester in them days. I'm trying to think of met famous. I'll tell you, I've had sing on me karaoke. Duncan out of Blue, he sung on the karaoke. I've had one of the Four Tops sing on the karaoke. And I've had some lad off Coronation Street. Well, I've had two people off Coronation Street sing off the karaoke. The Four Tops guy, he was doing a gig in Bournemouth a couple of years ago. They did like a Motown night in Bournemouth at the big centre. And the pub I work in on a Friday, at the time, his grandson was in there. And he told one of the girls behind the bar his granddad was appearing in a big concert that night, and the girl had never heard of the Four Tops because she's only a young girl. She asked me who the Four Tops was, and I said, well, you know, told them the songs, and they were on with the Temptations and Tavares. And anyway, that night I was doing the karaoke, and then at about 11 o'clock, the door opens right in front of me because there's a door opposite me where I set up, and this guy walked in, and he was about, must have been 6 foot tall, big fur hat on, big fur coat, loads of chains, and he came in. There was some girls who'd come in just before him who'd been to the concert, and they recognised him straight away. And yeah, he came in and he was really nice. He bought everybody a drink, and I mean the pub wasn't that busy that night, funnily enough, because it was about this time of year, sort of October, November. And he went to the bar, bought everybody a drink. Then he came over and he said to me, can I do a song, in this like really deep American accent? He said, can I do a song? I said, yeah, of course you can. And he wanted to sing Smokey Robinson's Being With You. And I said, yeah, you can sing it. I said, but you'll have to write your name down and join the queue. So he wrote his name down, because when you want to sing a song on a karaoke, you fill in a little request slip, your name and the title of the song. So he wrote it out. He actually put his name. I can't remember what his name was now for the life of me. I should have kept the slip. And he put Being With You. So I put him in my queue. He waited his turn like everybody else. And he got up and his voice was sublime and he sang Being With You.
And then he went and bought everybody another drink. But I'll tell you something really funny. When he came up, there was about 30 people in the pub that night. So it was fairly quiet for a Friday night. And when he came up, just before he started singing, he said to me, he goes, I'm a little bit nervous right now. He was actually nervous. Whether it's because it's such a small audience and everybody could see him and he was so close to them or not, I don't know. But he said, yeah, I'm really nervous now. And then he started singing and the nerves just went, and he did a full-on show. A great singer. And then he came up at the end of the night and he finished the night off and did My Girl. So there you go. So that was a nice meeting. So famous on the karaoke. Anyway, so I'm waffling on again. Chester, the Dale Camp. Oh, nice one, Vinny. Yeah, I know the Dale Camp on Liverpool Road. I think it is, or was it Parkgate Road? No, Liverpool Road. I used to live not far from there. Donna, thank you for answering my question. Yeah, no worries, Donna. Yeah, that's the best answer I can give, Donna, off the top of my head. I've had a beer with, there's a lot of people who only have heard of this group. There's a group called Scouting for Girls. I had a booking a few years ago for the university summer thing. They were there, sat down in the afternoon, had a few beers with them. When I used to work at the centre down here in Bournemouth years ago, we used to have the summer seasons on, met all the comedians from like the 80s and 90s, like Michael Barrymore was at the height of his career then. He was there, Jim Davidson, loads of people like that. But no, I've never actually sort of spent any particular time with anyone famous, to be honest. I think that's all on my comments, unless anyone else has got anything else to ask. All I'm going to say is, this week, somebody said to me, what am I doing with vlogs? This week I've got 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 coming on this week. I've got 1 tomorrow, or I'll have 3 over the next couple of days. 1 of a day out I've done, where I went to a place very close to Bournemouth, and what I discovered just walking round, I didn't even know was there. Absolutely lovely place. So look out for that one. That's coming on the next day or two. Brian, you'll want to see that one if you're still watching. And then I've got a couple of little small ones to do. I'm going to go out later this week in the daytime. We've got Storm Agnes coming, I think it's called, this week. It's going to hit here on Wednesday or Thursday. So I'll be going out, hopefully, if it's not too bad, doing some filming of that. And then I've got some stuff at the weekend that I want to film as well. The firewalk, before I do go, I just want to say on this, because I know a lot of people will come in and watch it on catch up, because me lives on a Tuesday usually get between 300 and 500 views. So obviously a lot of people watch it on catch up who've missed it. So I want to say a massive thank you, Scotsman in Tenerife, Linda, Trish, everybody who donated. It took it to over 200 quid on the firewalk, and the event as a whole, Amelia's Rainbow, the children's charity, I think on the day she announced it was over £6,500, and there was money obviously still coming in, and that was going towards funding a holiday home, like a respite holiday home for the kids as well. So they did really well. So I'm going to stay in touch with Amelia's Rainbow, and if they do anything else in the future, I'll obviously jump in. I've already offered them my services as a DJ, which if they want to take me up on that, they can. I've got something else coming. Somebody said to me in a week, you've just done a firewalk, what are you going to do next? In October, I'm going to be doing something else, and it involves heights, right? So I'm not revealing anything at a minute. There's a mate of mine who's doing it with me. It's already booked in. It's first week in October, and we'll be vlogging it as well. So that'll be coming on the channel. That'll be a bit of fun. And then hopefully, say later in October, me and Saf are doing Disney. November, I've got a couple of things up my sleeve, which I'm not going to announce. It's going to be a surprise. And then December, Tenerife. And then Christmas and New Year. So there we go. So in a nutshell, that's what's happening. Yeah, cheers, Ian. I'm going to say to everyone, met Billy. Oh, right. I'm going to let me. Vinny, met Chrissy Rock. Oh, she's funny, yeah. In your Legion on the 6th. Oh, Chrissy Rock's funny.
I've never seen her live. She was in Tenerife a while back. I think she did a gig in the Brahms and List. I think it's on someone's YouTube, or it's on Brahms and List Facebook page. Chrissy Rock did the Brahms and List. Ian at home, cheers Ian, thanks for joining in. Yeah, cheers Bruno. Lynn G is in. Sorry, Colin late. Opal, well, yeah, all good. Thank you, Lynn. We're just about to sort of finish now. Lynn, just wrapping up, to be honest with you, mate. Eugene, didn't see you there, Eugene. Thanks for tuning in. Scott, Kevin. All right, Kev. Hope you're well. Just blinded by my shirt. It's a Magnum special, Kev. Kev, yeah, thanks for the support, mate. Appreciate that. I was going to message you personally, but now you're on. I'll tell everybody what a saint you are for supporting me. Been loving the videos, Kev. Been watching a few. I've not had a chance to watch many videos since the weekend because literally I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was out most days, every day. I've seen a couple of Lees. I've seen a few of Kev's. I've watched a couple of Prash's. Who else? I watched some of Tim's lives, and that's it. I've been snatching moments here and there. So I'll catch up, Kev. Everyone check Kev's video on his email on Las Vegas. All right, okay. Yeah, I'll have a look at that one. You going to Las Vegas, Kev? Oh, there. Kevin, check this out. Lime lager. I thought it was just like a fizzy lime. I didn't see the lager bit when I picked it up, and then when I went to till, the age thing popped up on the self-serve till. And it was querying my age, obviously, because it was a self-serve till. Then I realised it was actually proper lager. It's like a dry, sort of cloudy, pale wheat beer with like infused with lime, and it's actually quite nice. And it was only $1.20 a can, or $1.29 a can. Maybe spreading your wings then, Kev. Las Vegas, wow. Hope you get there, mate. Go for it. That'll make some interesting videos. Everyone's asking how Kev is. So that's it. Should we wrap up? There's still 31 in. Unless anyone else wants to shout at me for anything. I'm going to try and get some hot water from somewhere. Me and Saf are going to nip out for a bit, and then we're coming back because I've got a few things to pick up, and that's a lot. So listen, thanks everybody for tuning in. I've had a purge on subscribers this week. Kev, I'm nowhere near as big as you, but there's me stats, Kev. Big welcome. Anybody who's watching this on Catch Up who's not seen it before, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and really appreciate it. You know, it's mental. I never dreamt in my wildest dreams a channel ever get this big. Thank you, Handsome. Thank you, Vinny. You're handsome too. Cheers, Kev. Cheers, Martin. So yeah, thanks everyone tuning in. I will try and do a live at some point at the weekend. Might be Sunday, weather depending, and I'll try and get out and about. But I've got a few videos coming up, so please watch them. Have a look at Tiny's video. That's the one I want you to watch. The Tiny's cycle ride, and have a look at that and let me know what you think of Tiny and what he's doing. He's a great guy, and above all, watch everyone's content, Kevin included. So without you lot watching us, we wouldn't be able to do it. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a great week. Enjoy the rest of the week. It's hump day tomorrow. We're over halfway. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll speak to you all at some point. Thanks for watching. See you later.